Hello, everybody. Welcome to the AEL University League for Rocket League here, week number 3. My name is Mattse, and I am coming at ya this time with another special guest. It is going to be Fetch. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for such a warm welcome. I really appreciate it. It's very good.
Absolutely. It is a pleasure to have you on with me this evening, kind of. It's a bit like afternoon, you know? It's like that weird middle ground. It's a bit strange.
It's like matinee, you know? It's like matinee Rocket League. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah. You love to see it. But no, we got some good action on today. But before we get into it, though, we do want to say a quick shout out to our wonderful sponsors.
Of course. And first up is going to be Predator. Predator are the gaming PC partner of the AEL. Conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming. Predator puts power and precision in your hands. Elevate your gaming experience in every way with quality and performance thanks to Predator. Of course, we've always shouted out their laptops. Pretty good, pretty top of the line apparently. I haven't had a chance to use one yet, but hopefully soon. Second of all is AOC. AOC is a global leader in monitor display technology for more than 50 years. Oh, that was a bit spicy there. 50 years, AOC has delivered an exceptional viewing experience to millions of loyal customers worldwide. Today, the company offers a wide selection of stylish monitors for home, office, and gaming. Look, if they had been inventing monitors for 500 years, that's legacy. Rig, what it takes to win. Rig develops headsets delivering superior audio quality for competitive gamers and streamers at all levels. Join the Rig team and enhance your gaming experience. I will say, and you mentioned before the stream that you have a broken headset as well, headphones. I have those. I'm still trying to find headphones. I just need to buy a Rig headset. That's the answer, clearly.
I do happen to have an old Rig headset, actually, somewhere lying around.
You've got a leg up on me.
I do say that they're pretty good, honestly. Yeah, for when I use them, they're definitely pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you go to a live AEL event, we sometimes have some of these, you know, obviously we have our AOC monitors and things like that. You can't always use headphones at the convention. Sometimes, you know, it's more social experience, but if you get a chance to come to any of our live events and check those out, it's a fantastic experience. I promise you that.
Absolutely, but we do want to say a big shout out to our teams that we are going to be seeing this evening. It is going to be QUT Impulse versus the UOM Rocket Science team here, straight out of Group D. So taking a look into the bracket, you can see that both teams, they've played almost a similar amount of games, with obviously the UOM side playing just a little bit more, it would appear.
Yeah, that's it. And they, you know, they have gone 1-1 in that win-loss. Of course, everyone in this group has received one win for a bye. Meaning that Impulse, they've played one game, they've lost one game, and of course UOM going 1-1 in those standings. So comparatively, these teams are pretty close. Of course, as you get on with the season, that's when the teams start splitting apart, and that's why these early series games, or early season games, I should say, are so important. And I'm interested to see the kind of different skill levels we see between these two teams coming into this match.
Absolutely, I'm pretty excited to see exactly how things are going to kick off here, because I'm sure both of these teams are just amped up. They're rearing to get straight on to the field here. I'm sure that they're pumped up, you know, they've probably just got out of a nice long day of uni, and they want to have a wonderful time by just kicking off the weekend strong with a bunch of Rocket League. And, you know, I can respect that. Rocket League is a great game, honestly. Like, you know,
it's
mainly
fantastic. Yeah. It's like relaxed, you know, like there are some other great esports out there, but there's such a big commitment. You have to sit down for like an hour or more if you want to play them. You want to play at a full best of 5, it takes ages. Whereas Rocket League, you just get in, the action's quick, it's fast paced. I'm kind of into, yeah, it's a great game, right?
Absolutely, it's definitely no CSGO, that's for sure. That's
yes,
my main forte there, and I can tell you what, that is something. To say the least, that is.
I'm a League player. I come from League of Legends world. I know stop booing. It's fine, guys. Chill out. But yeah, like even then, CS:GO, like the actual amount of patience and like discipline you need to play it at your best for an entire series, that's incredible. I think we're about ready to send the players onto the field, though, if I'm not much mistaken.
Are we? Oh, I'm excited.
Is there anything else to go over? Because if not, I'm gonna give them the let's go ping. I know they're excited.
I think you should just send it, honestly.
All right, let's do it.
I reckon they're keen. I'm keen. We're all keen. Let's make it happen.
Okay, this is, of course. Oh my god, yeah, they're straight in. They were like, that was a reaction test for them. They were just like ready to go. QUT versus UOM, of course. QUT in the blue, Commando, Bob, Mac, and Okami up against UOM in the orange. Mataba, Red Pandemonium, and with 88.
Definitely keen to see how they will all shape up heading into this one. Obviously, it's starting off pretty slow. No kickoff goals this time, but could be changing quite shortly, however. Looks like they're already trying to go for a bit of control towards the center, pushing it onto the blue side of the field now. Ultimately, we'll just have to wait for their moment, however. It looks like things are coming to a halt, at least for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, this is often what you see in this first game of the series, right? The players kind of pass the ball back and forth. They don't tend to make these big aggressive plays. It's a bit more calm. It's a bit more like, let's see what our opponent's going to bring to the table. Are they going to play offensively? Are they going to play defensively? They're going to play through the midfield. They pass players, mech players. Like, that's what these first game of the best of 5 is usually about. But, you know, sometimes you can see the big momentum plays. Just not going to happen this time.
See if it will come shortly, though. Almost slowly but surely heading towards the orange goal. So luckily they will be able to push it straight back, though, onto the blue side of things. Looking to see if they can get a set up here. Nice center from Mac there. He's going to be able to push it past them, and there it is. It will be a goal going the way of QUT to kick things off here. What a wonderful way to start off.
Yeah, normally we always slap people on the wrist for being too far back and playing too defensively passive. In that situation, UOM actually pulled one player up and had them in the midfield, which is exactly where you want that player to be. But they still got kind of static. They weren't moving around. They were just standing in one spot. And whilst that might be good in a game like Counter-Strike, so you're not just, you know, messing up your aim, it really sucks in Rocket League because it's so hard to build that momentum from nothing. QUT just run past them and find that opening goal.
Like they almost get gold on themselves, though. Cutting it close there, other side of UOM Rocket Science. Now looking to see if they can push it through. Luckily, there is at least the double commit there to push it straight back. But the side of UOM Rocket Science are not letting up, even getting the demo through there to nullify the defenses slightly. But at least now it will be out of play, but at least they're still applying that pressure.
Yeah, keeping the pressure on, this is what you want. You want that rotational attack. You want the players to kind of... You don't want them just to be... You don't want to fire off one attack and then let the ball go. You want to hold that midfield pressure, keep the ball in your possession, keep getting the rebounds. Good counterattack coming in from the side of QUT, though. They saw a good opening, and they weren't able to keep the ball for that long. They weren't able to keep that sort of percentage possession play, but they really did make the defense kind of pull back and shut down that attack for a little bit longer. And they had an opportunity to play it through the sides, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Quite work out then, almost could work out sooner, however. Looks like the side of Rocket Science is trying to do just that. Create a bit of a scientific reaction here. We'll be going for the shot there. Okami not able to react, and it does result in an even scoreline now. UOM Rocket Science, they strike back.
That was the weirdest 50-50 I've ever seen. Both players go up for it. Neither actually commits. It's like they both faked, and then Width was like, alright, mine I guess, and slams it into the goal. Relatively uncontested. And I will say that as good as QUT looked in that big punish they got earlier in the game, they've struggled a little bit on defense. You highlighted the double commit. I kind of also feel like some of their touches have been a bit shaky. They have been a little hesitant to go for the ball. Might cost them a little bit in the long run, but for now, you know, scores even. They've got a chance to kind of reset. Another double commit, goes out wide, shouldn't be too much of a problem for them.
See if they will be able to turn problems into solutions. Heading forward, though. Good little fight there. Does result in a nice battle for the side of QUT. Luckily, they do push it now towards the UOM side of the pitch. Luckily for UOM, though, they are able to maneuver their way around the QUT players, now pushing it to their side of the field, trying to set up the center here. Centering for themselves, will hit the post, but it doesn't matter. It's the 1-2, and they pull through, taking away the lead there. 1-2.
Come from Red Pandemonium, and by the way, I'm just gonna say these science puns aren't going unnoticed. Don't worry, I'm appreciating them a lot. But yeah, the quick they kind of rotate up, the extra little bit of confidence from Red Pandemonium to be able to make that 1-2 play exactly like you highlighted. That's what we want to see, right? We want to see aggression. We want to see players having confidence in themselves. It's what wins games, I should say. And like, you can kind of try and wait for your opponent to make mistakes, but if you want to cause upsets, if you want to challenge some of these top teams, which boy, is there some talent in this league, as we always say, you really need to be making those slightly more aggressive plays, pushing up a lot more, and it really feels like that's what the Rocket Scientists are kind of leaning on in this game, and it's why they've been able to leverage themselves in the lead so far. Another double commit doesn't cause them too many problems.
Hopefully they are going to be able to maintain control of this lead with just under a minute to go now. can see that they really need to try and solidify their lead further. Otherwise, we could see opportunity for a tied game here. Maybe could be pushing towards overtime. Looks like they are going to commit towards a goal, though. Luckily, the defense is still ever present and aware. Still trying to maintain their control. The commit does come through, though, and now the orange side is trying to capitalize, but no one's able to get past quite yet.
Good big 50 from Mac. The problem is there's no one there to back up again. This is what I was kind of highlighting. The advantage QT is building is the fact they've got the players behind them. They miss. If one player messes up, there's another one right there. If the shot ends up coming off the post and it's a rebound, then there's someone there to back it up. Whereas it just doesn't feel like UOM has that confidence. Sure, there's a bit of an advantage in terms of the mechanics going over, cross ball, but again, no one there. That ball went straight across the face, no one was there to touch it. It's going to be, I think, the reason UOM aren't going to be able to take this one to overtime. Maybe there's a chance if Okami can get a good touch on this, but nah, ball's going to get ground on this 1 second. Mabita's going to have their way, Nadiba, I should say, is going to have their way, and UOM are going to take that first game in a pretty solid fashion.
What a way to get it done there. They're definitely going to be happy with the way that they started on the back end a bit. You know, they got scored on once, but they do ultimately manage to strike back, and they strike hard coming out of that one. So they're certainly going to be satisfied with how things are shaping up thus far. And I reckon they're going to be eager to get into the second map as well. Looks like we are going to be seeing Wasteland this time around. So certainly excited to see some of the potential coming through there.
I'm going to be honest with you. Back in the day, when Rocket League maps used to have a bit more variance, Wasteland was the best map. It had, like, sloped-in floors. It was kind of like a very gentle, like, U-shape, I guess, like V-shape kind of thing. And it was the best map. The shenanigans on that, all of the, like, players who knew what they were doing, like, the fact that the bounce was just a little different threw everybody off. It was chaos, and it was so good. I still love seeing the map. It's kind of pretty. It's got that Mad Max vibes going on, but, yeah, I miss the old days.
Oh, I miss the old days as well. I remember the times when Utopia first released. The good old days. Hopefully we'll see some more good days to come, though. I'm certainly excited by the innovation to come through from not just the players, but Rocket League team themselves with the new maps and iterations.
Yeah, and even the game modes like Sideswipe coming out, that's been such a good experience. I know it's not what we're playing at the moment, but I always have to shout out Sideswipe. It's so good. It's a little, for those of you who don't know, it's a little like 2D mobile game. Absolute blast. It takes all of, like, the fundamentals and, you know, it still kind of brings them into the game. I have, like, Red Pandemonium doing a really good job of holding the possession of the ball there, but they kind of didn't make much of that. And I feel like UOM, they're looking a bit more hungry this time. They're actually, sorry, QUT, are looking a bit more hungry this time. They're attacking the ball a bit more, and I kind of like that aggression.
See if that aggression will amount to a possession of a goal here, as it looks like the QUT side do manage to swing it back on the UOM side of the court, but ultimately will swing straight back again. A good return from UOM, as they do manage to land a high-rising goal straight onto their opponents there. Okami just not able to react.
Yeah, I think Okami was going for boost, and I feel so bad for them. They're just, like, coming in from the corner of the map, trying to get that boost, and just didn't have the height on it. That's a rough one. You know, that sort of does manage to get players at all levels every now and again, but definitely wasn't quite what this QUT team were expecting. A really rough attempt from Mac, not quite going on target as UOM kind of be able to put them on the back foot once again. Actually, wait, never mind. Mac was the defender. It's fine. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, really good kind of clutch save work coming in from the side of QUT, but you don't want to be relying on that too much more. The double touch is going to come through, but again, where's that third, or in this case, second player?
Seems they are in no man's land for the moment. Luckily for the side of QUT, though, they do try and get a setup, but it does get counteracted by the side of UOM now. Trying to center it through, do actually miss the hit there, so they will be forced to reset. Does give an opportunity to the QUT side, but they aren't able to capitalize it quite as nicely as they would like as yet, as it's still just going to be towards the center of the court here.
Yeah, and they're just not quite getting the better of those touches either. Like, I like the fact that going up a bit more for the 50-50s, trying to get in the face of their opponents a bit more, but they do need to invest more players up in this side of the field. Sure, oh, this might be it. It might be good. There's Mac coming through. That's what we wanted to see. Trust that you're going to be able to rotate back and make the defensive play when you need to. Go for those more aggressive movements, but there was a player in goal, but they didn't put themselves in a position to save it. But at the end of the day, that's fundamentally what you need to be doing. You need to be attacking those balls. You need to be sort of putting pressure on the goal, because if you're not taking shots, you're not scoring goals. it doesn't matter how good your defense is, eventually you're just going to get scored on. So I like the play, even though it doesn't end up in a goal for the side of QUT there. But yeah, UOM still, they do seem like they have the advantage in some of those mechanical plays, those contests, things like that, and that's kind of where they're getting this advantage from.
Hopefully they will be able to take advantage with some of that aggression you were talking about as well. Obviously they do need to take all the shots that they can, because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take here. It looks like Red Pandemonium just went for one of those shots as well. Their teammate able to back it up and center it through for a goal. Great teamwork there. They give each other a high five at the end of that, I'm sure. And we'll be able to further their lead now, 3 points ahead. And are looking to, and still a feeling of dread in their opponents there.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you don't want to be the team who goes 0-2 right off the bat. Well, 1-2 because of the bye. It just feels so much worse, you know, when you at the beginning of the season, you kind of drop a couple of games. Even if you are dropping games to teams you expect to lose to, it does feel kind of rough. It feels like that's the tonality for the season. And so this game isn't like it's going to decide finals, it's going to decide all this and that. It is kind of important for the mental, you know. It makes you feel like you're just not a competitive team if you aren't able to pick up those wins. And I mean, I don't think that these teams, that was a fantastic little set of passing play, ending in a goal from Red Pandemonium. But yeah, it just hurts the mental so much losing a game like this, you know?
Absolutely, and they really need to really dig into their inner strength if they want to pick it up towards the end of this map here, or maybe even leading into the next one. Looks like on the QUT side, though, they do lose out possession early on. We'll be able to claim it straight back, however. 3 players towards the same spot, though, could have proved problematic, but maybe not. Mightybar not able to actually stop them in their tracks there, and they actually get a goal out of it, completely wiping it past Red Pandemonium there. This is some of the confidence I was talking about.
Yeah, it's Mac with a Mex. And it's the solo ones play which gets them back on the board. I love it when a player's able to step up, lift a little bit, and be like, come on guys, we're back in this. We've got a goal on the board. Let's keep the momentum going. It's something which is like, it can lift a team. It can turn a series. That one confident player who can kind of just say, all right, come on, let's do it, really can be such a massive boost.
Absolutely, they need all the boost that they can get here. Almost swinging through for another confidence booster with a goal. Will be reset though, and possession is almost taken by the UOM side. Seems QUT not going to let up whatsoever now though, really just being aggressive as possible, realizing what's at stake here. They need to score 3 more goals to at least go for overtime. The opportunities for it are just dissipating as the seconds tick down here.
Oh no, Mac, don't do it. Okay, you're fine. It was out wide. The score counter for own goals doesn't tick up this time. It's a curse on our streams, I know, you know, it's a big meme. But we're safe. We're saved that time at least. But how much better does the side of QUT look right at the moment? How much more confident are they in this kind of play? They're defending from the midfield, they're attacking when they need to, they're there for their teammates, and it just feels like they're a much bigger threat, and I'm really, really liking it. It might be a little bit too late in this series, because they are going to be facing match point, but I like the look. I think the look, the play style, and that everything is coming together a lot better for me in that last 30 seconds to a minute.
Absolutely, it really felt like they were, you know, starting to warm up and really get into their element towards the end of that second map there. And I feel that if they're able to really just radiate that confidence heading into the next map, which will be the daytime edition of Forbidden Temple, that we could potentially see a 1-2 scoreline instead, and we could see this series continue as far as it possibly can.
I think I completely agree with you. I think there is potential here. You know, normally when you go down 2-0, even at relatively high levels of Rocket League, you're like, this might be done. This might be sealed. I feel like there is a chance, right? I don't think you can't by any stretch call them the favorites. I think it would be unlikely for this comeback to happen. But we've seen that they have the tools, right? And if there's a field you can do it on, it is absolutely going to be this one. This is the most calm, most high level, just good play inducing field. I don't know what it is about it. It's no different to any of the others technically, but it just feels like you want to just play that much better.
Being able to play the best you can, certainly going to be important here, and I'm sure both of these teams have that in mind right now, as they both try desperately to maintain possession, see if they can set up a center towards the QUT side of the field. QUT will be able to allocate their forces to try and launch a counter-attack though. Red Pandemonium, luckily in the back line, does defend it. But will be forced with second innings here. At least they swing it past Mac though and launch an attack of their own.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good defensive effort to keep the players there until that double commit, I should say. The attack not going to be able to put the shot on target. A decent 50 is going to cause this ball. Oh no, the waterfall is very dangerous, and Red Pandemonium might have cleared that one themselves. And great defense, getting aggressive, getting in the face is what I want to see. Commando Bob might have an opportunity to try and pull this one down through the wing. Does get knocked aside by Width, gets knocked aside by Mac. It's getting a little physical, a little argy-bargy here. But, you know, it's going to be still... Ooh, actually, no, it's going to be UOM who are they able to wrest control of that ball first. They are pushed back into their half of the field, but still potential to launch a very devastating attack could be here. All players standing in one position. This is a bit dangerous, but at least they're able to come back and threat the ball to the side of QUT.
Let's see if they can make it happen now, though. Just over 3 minutes to go. QUT now flowing the ball through, trying to thread the needle. Do miss the ball, though, so it will be possession regained temporarily. Alas, it will result in a center almost coming through from Mac there. You can see the team's just desperately trying to find some kind of a setup here, but no one's really able to get a handle on it until now, however. That will quickly change.
Oh, two players there had a chance to save that one, but Width is just able to find that ping so well. Just able to shoot this one over the top. It's a very good shot. It's a good angle. But yeah, there's a couple of defenders who might have had a chance to get onto that one. Nonetheless, great stuff to open up the scoring once again for University of Melbourne.
Let's see who's going to be able to line up this next one heading forward. Red Pandemonium trying to reach for the skies here. Won't be able to get past the defenses, however. Will be forced to pull it back while their teammates look to launch something else in their favor. But it doesn't work out for them. Almost centering it for Mac there. Luckily, they do have players in the back line, though, keeping it around the center of the field here. Just waiting patiently for something to occur. Just over 2 minutes to go, though. You can see that both teams desperately just trying to get a handle on this one. But no one's going to be able to prevail to get another one in the pocket just yet.
Yeah, and you know, right at the moment, it's just neither team is especially getting a huge amount of speed on the ball. It is sort of like they're playing blocker to shut down the ball a little bit. Mac has a bit of a breakaway here. What kind of options they have in terms of passing and centering? They get it past one defender. They've got a good opportunity on the goal. It's right in front. Can someone put it in? No, the defender is there. The speed from UOM is just a bit faster. This is a good shot on goal, but an equally good save by Okami to put that in the defensive corner as Mac's going to try and make a run for it. Has the ability to get some more of those very good ones plays, but just can't quite do it against the three defenders of UOM.
See if they will be able to hold tight on their defenses all the way through towards the potential end of this map here. As the time does trickle down, and that just creates more pressure. Now it's been furthered. A great little setup. They find that line of fate and do manage to follow it through there with a goal. UOM further solidifying now, 2 ahead.
And it's so difficult because both of those last two goals were just tiny mechanical executions. The thing about Rocket League is it is so precise. You have to be able to make every single play work exactly in your favor. The tiniest little differences in touches can be devastating. The ball waterfalls down, but it's going to be cleared out by Okami. In that first game, the players weren't quite able to get the right height with a jump. In the second goal, Okami just had a slightly awkward landing, and Mac just accidentally hit the ball straight into the air. Kind of almost set it up like a bit of a tee shot for their opponents. And if either of those touches went differently, you got to think that wouldn't have been a goal. But now, I don't know if I can see QUT coming back from this one.
It's really going to be difficult unless they can score 2 goals within the remaining seconds here. It is all but sealed. Looks like QUT are desperately trying to make some setup happen, but the side of UOM are just trying to bully them away from their goals. Ooh, QUT cutting it close, but not quite close enough. They realize that they can just play a defensive game on the orange side here. And QUT desperately just trying to hold on.
Yeah, that's it. We almost saw a Rule 1 as well. I feel like that's worth mentioning. The Rule 1, very important part of Rocket League, absolutely. But yeah, I don't think, like, you know, honestly, I don't think, well, that was a very nice goal.
Wow.
That's going to steal it, right? We're not seeing 1 goal every 5 seconds, but yeah, I don't think it mattered too much. I think that is probably going to be the game. And it's kind of unfortunate because, like, you know, I may be interested to hear your thoughts on this as well, but it kind of felt like QUT were building momentum as they went through, and I know that's a bit of a cheesy phrase which people hate hearing, but it did feel like it. It felt like this was the best game they've played, and I don't know, maybe you take it to a best of 7 or a best of 9, not that's really a thing. Maybe they win a game, but it did feel like the mechanics and things like that were just a little bit sharper from the side of UOM. I don't know, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to see a few more games, because then we might have seen the comeback from QUT, but it's hard to say. It's all hypotheticals, right? At the end of the day, it is UOM taking the 3-0.
Absolutely. There's all a bunch of what ifs. What could happen if they started the series again from ground zero? All a bunch of hypotheticals there, but alas, it will be UOM to take away the series there. They are certainly going to be satisfied with their results, so we'll be able to further themselves on our leaderboards as well. So they're going to be pretty happy with that one, but I think we're going to be pretty happy with, honestly, a pretty solid game, right? Because, you know, even if the side of QUT didn't do, you know, as good as maybe they could have, they definitely put up a fight. You could see that flair, that potential coming through from them. And I feel like heading further into our Rocket League season here, maybe we will see a bit more from them.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it when you said potential. Like, the big thing, and like, you know, this is the same for every sport, every esport, is if you get absolutely just trounced by someone and you have no idea what to do right, you kind of end up not improving. Whereas I feel like from that game, QT, they actually improved as the series went on. They kind of identified their flaws and were already working on them. And I think that a bit of mechanics practice, just time in solo queue even, things like that, as well as just sort of identifying the things they were doing wrong there and working on that a bit, that's like stuff which is easy to fix. And so you can see, I hope we'll see a dramatic change for them as we go through the season, because there is potential. Like, potential is the golden word there. There's things they did well, there's things they obviously didn't do well, but those things, I think, even they were identifying throughout that series. So I really, really hope best of luck for them as they go through the bracket. But of course, UOM, managing to find yourself a 3-0 in any part of the season's got to make yourself feel pretty good.
Absolutely. Like, they're going to be feeling very confident heading forward, and I hope that they're going to be able to tap into their own potential further forward as well, because coming out with a win like that, it starts to build up a bit of momentum, and I'm sure they're going to be keeping that in mind as we do progress further into our Rocket League season. But before we do kick things off to a close tonight, we do want to say a quick shout out to our sponsors this evening.
Yeah, of course, Predator, AOC, and Rig. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors and all of the wonderful products and services they provide to us. Truly are very excited to. We've had some good sponsors over the years, but I think these are like the most direct. These are some of the most directly like impactful to esports. And as I always say, you know, if you think we sound like rubbish, you just need to upgrade your headset.
Absolutely, you need to grab yourself a Rig headset there. That's for sure, guys. We do want to say a quick shout out to Fetch as well. You've done a great job tonight. It definitely has been a pleasure casting with you. And if you liked our cast tonight, guys, then definitely take a look at our socials. You know, we got our Twitter underneath us there at Mattse123, as well as The Far Fetched. So definitely check us out if you did enjoy our cast this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, obviously thanks for taking on the production role and things like that. It's a lot less stressful when I can just kick back and just complain about video games. You know, that's a really easy afternoon. But yeah, hopefully everyone, of course, enjoyed the broadcast. It was a lot of fun. A quick one for today, but, you know, I'm sure we'll be back with another Girocast soon. I like that, at least. But yeah, thank you so much for the players, teams, and of course, yeah, Mattse for doing all the actual hard work by clicking the buttons. And yeah, thank you all to you for watching.
Yeah, big shout out to you guys. A shout out to AEL as well. Be sure to follow AEL Uni on Twitch there. Take a look at them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff. There's AU Esports League on all of them. So definitely keep an eye out for some other AEL action, guys. And a bit of a reminder, we've actually got another broadcast tonight in an hour and a half. We've got CSGO coming at you. It's going to be week 3, round 3 of Group C there for RMIT Black versus the UTS Dropouts with me, again, and 2 Tony. So definitely keep your eye out for that one, guys, if you're interested. Do you have any closing words here, Fetch?
No, not at all. Watch Counter-Strike. It's a good esport. It deserves more love.
Thank you for that. I'm sure that the Counter-Strike fans appreciate it. Maybe not the Rocket League fans, but who knows? Maybe
Rocket League fans are cool. We know how to show love to other scenes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, good. No, that's great stuff. Great broadcast tonight, though, guys. A big shout out to the teams. And yeah, we will catch you probably later on tonight if you're around. So peace out and have a good one.